Hey guys, welcome to the farm. Today is a launch day for my skincare, all my soaps and magnesium butters. I am labeling, and I've got my scented magnesium butter over here with samples and smaller jar sizes. Sipping on my goat milk latte because milking season is in full force here on the farm. And I'm actually right now melting down some of my new product. It's a new product because I've been wanting to make one, but it's a natural deodorant. I'm gonna turn y'all around. My oldest daughter's been helping me get this all set up, so I am ready for orders. Things are packed. New on is my tallow soap. Y'all saw me make that in one of the videos. By the way, my name is JC. My husband and I bought this farm here in Virginia to homestead on, also run our equine ministry where we work with youth and the horses, with kids from all circumstances of life. I have goats. I milk them, use their milk to make cheese, butter, all the things, all the dairy. By 2026, all my dairy will be made here on this farm. So excited, that's my goal. But I also run the skincare company where I make all natural skincare, including goat milk soap, the Pink Hippie Co. And today, I'm about to lose my light. And today I'm gonna share with you the video I made making these, one of my other new products, which is a healing salve. So excited to share this recipe with y'all. I actually use 6 herbs in mine, but anything you want to infuse, calendula is a great thing to infuse in your oils, but tallow is so healing on the skin. I'm loving making products with tallow. You're gonna see a lot of more soaps with tallow, including some body butters. I did also showed making the face cream, the face butter, which I just made a whole other batch of that. So I need to label these, and those will be ready. So right now I have them available on the site, but until yesterday when I finished making them, they were pre-order. So updates really quick on the farm. So like I said, milking season is going great. I'm milking 3 does right now. We have a new member to the farm. Her name is Millie. She is a 1-year-old blue-eyed Nigerian dwarf with milk stars. And now the one I'm gonna breed her with, Romeo, he is also milk star from the same farm but different line. So that was my goat mentor. I love her, Jackie. Thank you so much for all the wonderful information you've given me and just supplying me with some really great goats. What else? Chickens. We have 28 now. So 4 adults and the rest 24 pullets. So eggs will be in full force in another 10 weeks. That will be fun. I'll take y'all along for that. Anything else, I might just pop up some pictures and share with you, but let's get to make this healing salve using tallow, 100% grass-fed beef tallow. I'll link everything that I use below, including those 10s. So let's get to making that. Okay, so the first thing I did was make my infusion. So there are 6 herbs infused in here in olive oil and also avocado oil. I did a 50-50 blend of that. And I did a warm infusion, putting it in a pan of hot water and letting it infuse. And then I did probably 5 days, and I strain it out the old-fashioned way into a pot. And while it's doing that, I had picked up some we have a beautiful lilac plant here on the farm, and I put those to dry. An old screen is a great resource to use to drying herbs if you don't have any other way to dry them. I'm picking off the green leaves because I don't want them in. I'm going to be making 2 things. This is not included in the salve I'm making. This is for my lavender lilac lotion, and I make a infusion, but I also make a tea out of these dried lilacs. I typically let 5 to 7 days dry, so I know they're dry. There's no water in them. You don't want water in your infused herbs. Water promotes bacteria. So even though I do a natural preservative in my lotions, you still don't want that excess water to make your oils and stuff go rancid, and it's just gross. Cover it all the way to cover the herbs. I may come back and do more on that. So here I'm making a tea, again, dry herbs, whatever you want to use. Infused oils and herbs and teas. These are so beneficial to our health, to our healing, and it's great to have things that you have on your farm or around where you are that you can pick and utilize.
There's one of my favorite verses is, it's the grass of the field is for the animals and the herbs are for the service of man. I think that is so true. And so I just basically steep this. You'll see me make ice cubes out of this because I'll explain that when I get to that point, but we're going to start with the salve. And I'm doing my beeswax here. Again, the recipe is below. So I really had to figure out my beeswax ratio and kind of go through that, because it's typically for the beeswax to oil, it's 1 to 4. So 1 beeswax to 4 parts oil, or tallow for that. You can do a 1 to 3 as well for tallow. So I'm putting my tallow in and I'm going to melt that down like at a double boil method. Checking my tea here. So it's looking good. You start seeing that color coming through. I'm going to let it steep some more. And that's what our base mixture is going to look like. So I'm not putting my infused oil in there because I don't want to reheat it. But I am going to measure it out. And when I pour this in, look how amazing the color is of this. It has taken on those 6 herbs and it's just been infused in this oil to help with healing for cuts, bruises, stings, bites, eczema, psoriasis, diaper rash. I didn't put any. You can put an essential oil in yours. I didn't put an essential oil. I wanted this to be able to utilize for all ages. And it has a nice earthy scent. I just really love it. I'm making ice cubes because I'm not making lotion right now, and it has water, so I can preserve that and be able to make that lotion later. So here are the 10s. These are great. They're not aluminum. Aluminum is a neurotoxin, so I don't want to cook with aluminum. I don't want to put anything hot in aluminum. Aluminum sodas that sit in the heat. I don't want to drink sodas anyway, but you're getting those neurotoxins, and aluminum is very hard to get out of your body. So I found these 10 real 10 10s. That's great. So it took a little bit for me to get this down on pouring these into the containers, but finally did. I kind of got the idea of how you don't want to fill them all the way because that top is going to come down on the sides.
Okay guys, that video kind of abruptly, I thought I would continue to video and while I was letting it cool, putting the tops on, but this is what it looks like. So, and I made my labels, which is probably going to be on my thumbnail. So that's my label, all the herbs I used in there, very simple. Again, you can just use a calendula, which I have, I have things like that saved. So if I want to add it to soap or anything, this one, you see how the herbs are coming above? I'm gonna probably add a little bit more olive oil, and I use an organic olive oil. Sometimes I do, like with this salve, I did organic olive oil and avocado oil. Here is my infusion for my yam cream. So I have a yam cream that helps with hormones, helps to balance it out naturally. So there's that one, and here is the one I did on video. Look at the color of this one now. How cool is that? That is the lilac. So pretty. I love it. This is mine. So this is my salve that I've been using. This is what it looks like. And so it's very, it's like a normal temp today. So I would say, what, 70 in the house maybe? And love you too, buddy. And it just goes on. So I have cut my finger. I don't know what I cut my finger on, and I have pulled something in my wrist, and I've been rubbing it on my wrist, but it does help with pain and healing cuts, stings, all those things. So if you got the recipe below if you want to make it, and also if you would like to purchase, just thepinkhippieco.com, and I'll ship it out to you. Thanks guys so much for watching. I'll be back with how I milk the goats. I'm going to show my whole setup, and I have a few exciting things coming. I have a cream separator coming. Finally, I've waited for years to purchase one of these, so I'll be able to turn our goat milk into skim milk and butter. And also I have a butter churn that Weston said he'd be more than happy to operate. So it's not electrical, it's actually when you have to spin and turn, but it'll be a great addition to our homesteading life here at Steadfast Trail Farm and my soap company, The Pink Hippie Co. See you guys, thanks so much, bye.